Let's get straight over to talkSPORT's chief football correspondent, Alex Crook, with news of the Euro 2024 draw. It is all done and dusted. Who we got?
It is, and I'll tell you what, it's looking very tasty, boys. We'll start with England. They go into Group C. They pulled out Denmark as their team to face from that second pot. Tricky start to proceedings, but it got better for England. I think Slovenia and Serbia making up their group. They're going to start their campaign in Gelsenkirchen on Father's Day, Sunday, June the 16th against Serbia. 4 days later, they'll move on to Frankfurt to take on Denmark, and they'll round off their Group C campaign in Cologne against Slovenia. In terms of Scotland, well, it doesn't get much more difficult for Steve Clarke's side than this. They're in Group A alongside the host Germany. Indeed, they will open the tournament against Germany in Munich on June the 14th. What an occasion that will be. Hungary, one of only 6 unbeaten sides in qualifying, also go into Group A. And so does Switzerland. And there's a little bit of history there. The last time Scotland won a game at the European Championships, it was Euro 96 against Switzerland, 1-0, a certain Ali McCoist with the goal.
Super Ali.
And what about Wales? Of course, they've got a playoff campaign to navigate. They play Finland in a home semi-final. If they come through that, they'll take on either Poland or Estonia at the Cardiff City Stadium for a place at Euro 2024. They'll have a tricky group if they get there as well. They'll be in Group D along with the Netherlands, France, the World Cup runners-up, and Austria, managed by the former Manchester United boss, Ralph Rangnick.
Do you know what, Scotland? If you listen to this, right? Just go to Mallorca. You want your side to get
Scotland
knocked out.
and Wales. And bother lads.
Yeah. Wales, you don't want to get through that qualification either, do you?
They are tough groups, aren't they? Tough groups indeed. But the group that draws my eye, other than the home nations, is Group B. You've got Spain in there, who I think are just starting to emerge again as a very powerful nation. Croatia, who always seem to be there or thereabouts when it comes to a major tournament. Italy, the hosts. And Albania, who some people are picking out as potential dark horses. So maybe if we're looking for a group of death, it's probably between that group, Group B, and that Group D involving France and the Netherlands.
Crookie, obviously we're going to take calls on this. If you're a Scotland fan, Wales fan.
Wales. Do they want to get through?
Well, of course they want to get through.
Do they?
They want to get through.
No, but they're going to travel, Jay, and they're going to waste money.
What do you mean? Kind of watch their team play in the Euros. Don't matter if they get beat.
How to alienate the entire nation.
They're playing Holland and France in Germany as if they don't want to go.
Just book Dubai now. Just don't.
You can have your say on them groups if you want to get involved. A bit of England chat, 03717 223344. Looking at that group, Jace, do you think now England are going to win Euros?
I think we can win it, Jay. Nothing will change my mind. I think we can win it. Bellingham is in the rudest form at the moment for club and country, and in Europe, not just domestically for Real Madrid, but in the Champions League. And Harry Kane's ripping things up. If we go into that tournament with those 2 players fit, and that's the caveat, those 2 players fit, I think we win it.
Yeah.
I genuinely feel we've got enough.
I guess if you're looking at potential danger men in that group for England, you've got Alexander Mitrovic, who'll be leading the line for Serbia. His team went top of the Saudi League last night. I watched Slovenia actually in qualifying against Northern Ireland. Benjamin Šeško is a player to keep an eye on. He scored a lot of goals in qualifying for them. And Denmark, listen, they flopped at the World Cup, but they were brilliant at the Euros before that.
They were magnificent.
Yeah, they're still a good side. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a tricky customer, that one, but we'll get out the group, and from there on in, we face what comes. But I feel
we dodged Holland and we dodged Italy. They're the 2 teams
yeah,
you didn't want.
We might have to face them further down the line. But right now, I feel with this squad we've got, we can win this. And I feel this is going to be one of the. If we don't do something in this tournament, I think that Southgate will probably be his last.
If they're kept apart, you've got to feel like he's heading for an England-France tournament. Again, I've watched Portugal in qualifying. I was at one of their games in the Algarve. They've got a good young side.
They are good, Portugal. They're
but
decent.
I don't think they're quite on that level that England and France should be.
Right.